Welcome everybody here. I'm Myron Mixon.
And I'm Michael Mixon.
We're here at my compound, which my house is inside the barbecue compound here where I do all my classes. Normally when you see me doing Facebook Live or some demos online, I'm always out there at our barbecue pavilion where the classes actually take place. But today we've been planning on doing this Cabo Tequila demo, and I wanted to do it by the pool. The reason I wanted to do it by the pool was it's summertime. Out here on the deck, that's a good time to have a refreshing Cabo cocktail, do some recipes, have a good meal. So we're fixing to get started. Today our entree is going to be Cabo Marinated Filet Mignon. We're going to start out getting our prep work done on the ingredients for our marinade. Starting out with one bunch of spring onions. It's what we call spring onions. I don't know what y'all call them where y'all live at.
Probably scallions.
Probably scallions. You're right, Michael. But really and truly, they're spring onions, even though it ain't spring. All right, we got our container here. We're going to add it to it. All right, we got cilantro. All you need to do now is make coarse cuts on these items. You don't need to fine cut them because really and truly you want most of this to fall off of the steaks before they go on the grill. So keep them coarse cut, that way you can get it off. You do fine chop, you're going to wind up with some of the veggies on the steaks and it's going to burn on there. We don't want that to happen. Cilantro, we'll cut it in half and get half of it. We got 4 cloves of garlic, minced. I like to get the minced garlic already in the oil. Makes it easy to handle. Don't smell my hands up. I got 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. You find this over there in your supermarkets where all your spices are. Italian seasoning. It's not just oregano, it's Italian seasoning. The juice of 2 large limes. We got our black pepper, got a tablespoon of salt, we got 1 cup olive oil, whatever kind you like. If you want some of that Tuscany infused stuff that all the fancy folks do, knock yourself out. Myron's using extra light. Olive oil is all we're using. I got a half a cup teriyaki sauce. Star of the show today, we're using Cabo Reposado. This right here is aged 6 months.
I like the new logo.
Aged 6 months in an oak barrel. It's really smooth. It's really called mellow. Love it over ice. We're going to do 1 cup. Now all we're going to do is toss this around. It's a good looking label on it.
It is, and that's why I had to stop it for a second. I forget how pretty it looks.
All right.
I like that.
This marinade right here on my recipe that we will be posting up later. I got all the recipes we're going to do today for you, so you ain't got to sit here and scramble down and try to write everything. We got them posted later on my same page you're on right now. Our filet mignons, you can pick any quality you want to. Right here is this grade A Angus. It's got a lot of marbling in it. Pretty much every supermarket's got it. That's why I like doing this type recipe. I don't want to do something that you can't go get easily. I don't want to do a recipe that makes it hard for you. It's hard to execute. Summertime, grilling is all about making it easy, making it fun. So we got our on the recipe. I'll say 2 to 4, but really and truly you can do 6 to 8. There's enough marinade here if you got the right container. So I'm just stirring it around a little bit. Put my steaks down in the bottom. Now I'm cooking enough for everybody here at the compound is working today. So I got a few extras. Plus I got the ones that I marinated overnight. I messed up my new shirt with the new logo. Now, this is going in the fridge. 6 hours to overnight. I went overnight on what I got here. So it needs to be refrigerated now. Goes in and waits at least 6 hours to soak up all those flavors we got in there. Now, these are the steaks right here we got ready to go. Like I said a while ago, you want to make sure you do a coarse chop on all your veggies that went into your marinade. You don't want us to go in and try to fine chop it, showing your knife skills. This ain't the place to show your fine chopping knife skills. Make sure all your greenery is off. No need to add steak rubs or steak seasonings, even mine. I thought about it. I said, but the thing is, we got all the salt coming from the teriyaki sauce. We got the salt coming in from the salt we add in itself. Don't need to put any more salt. So it's ready to go on the grill straight out of the marinade. Put it right there on the right. Now if you want to use the Cabo Añejo or the Blanco, feel free to do that. I'm a big fan of the Reposado. There's a small one right there. That'll be a sample steak. And the Añejo. These are going to be awesome. Kind of form them up, make them thick, make them rounds if you can. We're going to cook these about 5 minutes on the side. Get me a meat thermometer, please. We're going to cook these to 125 degrees internal. That's medium rare. There's another little piece. I ain't throwing that away either. We'll eat that. Make a little crunchy out of that. Now, do not reuse your marinade. You saw me make fresh. I always make fresh. Don't go in and grab some more steaks after overnight. With this meat, put meat in here. Don't do that. All right, Michael J. We're going to set this over out of the way. You got it?
I'll take that.
Look over there and hand me a fresh cutting board. Get this out of my way. Easy recipe now. You think about that marinade we just made up. And I'm going to tell you something. Done tried them, worked on this recipe, knew we were going to do this for the last month. Been working on it for the last couple of weeks. Got it perfect. Need to try this. Today will be a great day. It's not hard to do, it's quick. Don't forget now, 5 minutes on the side. Always have your meat thermometer and cook with your meat thermometer. Always. Now, we got to make a sauce or glaze or whatever you want to call it for our steaks. First thing we're going to do, raise your lid up. Now you see I got my cast iron skillet over here over one side of my charcoal. Michael, put my butter in there. All right. I got a couple of tablespoons right here of red chilies. You can use habanero, jalapeno, whatever you want for a little bit of heat. Here you go, Michael. And don't keep it off the fire a little bit. I'm gonna give you a spoon right here where you can. He's working it around. He's sauteing it in. Next thing we're gonna add, we got beef broth. We got 1 cup. All right, put that back over there. Now I got 1 cup of dark brown sugar. I want to use dark brown. It's got more molasses. I know you're saying it's sweet. Yes, it is sweet. But it's also going to have a little savory to it because of the beef broth, the butter. It's going to be awesome. Be awesome. But if you don't like the sweet, guess what you ain't got to do? Don't make it. Pour that in, stir it in with your wood spoon. 1 cup dark brown sugar. Stir it around. Now, what I got right here is 1 cup of blackberry preserves. No sugar added. It's only juice. You can find it. Sometimes they call it like a topping, or sometimes they call it just spreadable fruit. This right here doesn't have any sugar added. We don't need sugar, but I love blackberries. It's got a tartness to it. That'll kick back some of that sweetness coming in. Stir it in. You may need your whisk right here, Michael. I got you one. Make it dissolve. And make sure it's seedless. I got reminded by my wife over here to make sure there's no seeds in it. What I got right here is a 16 ounce, or whatever they call it these days. It used to be 16 ounce, 14.5 ounce can, heavy syrup sliced peaches. The reason I don't get the fresh peaches, and I live in the peach state. Live in the peach state. These canned peaches, they're awesome anyway, but they're soft. Now I want to make sure they render down and get soft enough to where we can use it as our glaze. All right, Michael.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got some of my peaches going in. You can take your whisk when they start tendering up. Go ahead and kind of break them up a little bit with it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the syrup. Give it some more flavors. Stir that around. Me and my dad used to open up cans of these. And Tracy, my brother, eat them for lunch. That's awesome. Now all we got to do is get them steaks ready. Have you probed them yet?
Yeah.
All we got to do is get us 2 good ones. Want a medium rare now.
There, yeah. He ain't close. He ain't nowhere near it.
They'll be ready.
But they hide in the back though. I'm trying to get you some. You good ones in the back now.
You're good.
Some on its side.
Anybody got any questions while we're letting Michael get our steaks ready? Don't forget now we got a cocktail to make, so don't leave yet. And this is a good one.
Need to be making a drink.
No. Answering questions. What you got? Nobody's got a question. This is the smartest audience I've ever seen. Ain't no need of me doing no more demos, and if y'all know everything.
No questions about the new pool top? Daddy just redid his pool. Y'all ain't got questions about the pool?
What type of charcoal I'm using? I'm using my own brand, Myron Mixon. It's lump charcoal, South American lump, all hardwood. It's more consistent, and I'm not the only one out there that does South American hardwoods, but I can tell you, that's what you want to cook with as far as charcoal. That lump is more consistent on the burn. You don't have fluctuation in temp, and no ash. That's the key to all of this, no ash. I guarantee you, we get through grilling today, I won't have that much. And that's a fact. So South American hardwood, Myron Mixon brand. You can find it in a lot of your stores, box stores now.
Somebody wants to know what degree do you cook the steak, take the steaks off, and how long do you let them rest?
I like to cook these steaks. We're cooking on the grill top right here, anywhere around 500 degrees to 600. Want to get an internal for a medium rare, looking at 125. Medium's going to be pushing 130, 135, but you know, on these filet mignon, 125 is where I want to be. I want some pink in it. I want some red in it. You know, the thing about it is you don't want to overcook a good piece of meat.
What grill temp did you say you were at?
Anywhere between 500 and 600 degrees.
What you looking for?
Is that a pellet? Yeah, I want to know, is that a pellet grill?
This is a charcoal grill.
What you want, Colonel?
What you got?
No, nothing right here we I went through the damn thing. No, we're at 90 at the most.
Let me tell y'all something.
101.
You're getting close.
Yeah.
Shut your lid down. We got our sauce over there simmering away. Reducing.
Somebody asked,
If you need to put them around the pan right there, put it around the pan.
what did you say about your marinade? How long?
On the marinade that we made up, where we had our Cabo Repo in it, and all the other ingredients, 6 hours to overnight. I did mine overnight. I got about a 12-hour marinade on them. Now, that's with the filet mignons. Very thick. So you want to make sure, if you go in there with a thin steak, 6 hours tops. But we got these thick filet mignon, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. That's what you got to use.
Somebody said, where did you get them recliners by the pool?
Good question. This is the stuff I like. Answer this. This is the good stuff.
Those are some bad recliners right there. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody asked a question about where did I get these recliners. Those right there are outdoor recliners. They're made to be outside. They're not like bring them out and you trash them and go. But those right there are made out of all that resin and cushions. They're cool. I can't remember exactly. We just got them this year. And I ain't even sat in them yet.
It's our new sponsor.
No, not a new sponsor. But they're cool.
Somebody wants to know, where can they buy Jack's Old South barbecue sauces?
You go to MyronMixon.com to buy all my products, every one of them. Not only we're doing our Cabo Wabo Facebook Live. I also have a YouTube channel that you can go to and watch. We're also on TikTok, so you can follow us up there. Matter of fact, on YouTube, I've got a Cabo recipe on there, so you can go in and follow up on it. What you got, son?
Let's see. There's your probe right. We're gonna start probing. I'm just trying to get them dark on all these thick sides on the edges. Just trying to get it all dark, but I might.
You getting close?
1/16 get now. It's all hot right in that pile.
Put them over here. Right there. There you go. Give me the ice. Bring me a metal spoon. We're getting close.
I got cotton gloves on, by the way, folks. So watch me grab meat.
I will give y'all another tip. Y'all have seen me before if you've ever watched any. Some of the best heat gloves you possibly can have. Cottons. Put them on. You can reach up. Put your nitrile gloves over it. Just like that. You can still be in your hands, but it keeps you away from the heat. We're almost to that point where we're going to be ready to go. You take that skillet off, I want you to put it right here. You can go ahead and set it over here for me. The skillet. Let it kind of chill down a little bit. Y'all can see that right there. We got our glaze or sauce we're going to use for our steaks. Just hold the ice over there for right now. Thank you. That's off the chain right there. I'm going to tell you something, off the chain.
Somebody said, what about pool chairs in the pool? I like those.
I do too. I got questions.
All right, Michael.
Those are cool. I do like those. I'm going to see you pro. I'm going to flip.
That's ready.
Alright.
Hold on. That one's ready.
Alright.
Put it on your cutting board right here.
That one's ready.
Somebody asked about letting the steaks rest.
We're going to let them rest now. All right. Let me check your others. They're all ready. They're all ready. Now we got our steaks off. 125-degree range. Now it's time. Take our sauce. Put a little bit around the edge. Now, the reason I'm putting it around it, if you don't like sauce over the top and you like to just dip it in as you cut, that's fine. I put yours around there. Now me, I like mine over the top too. I'm telling y'all, when you try this glaze, it's awesome. Of course, the star of the steaks itself, Cabo Repo.
With a Georgia peach. Good plate. Looks good.
Now, while we're letting our steaks rest, because I know we've had some questions about them, need to let them rest. 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the thickness. I think about 5 minutes on these will be good. And we're gonna make us a cocktail. We got us 2 tall glasses. Now, we're calling this our Cabo Bee Stinger, or the Bee Sting. What we got a little sweetness. We're gonna have a little heat, and of course, a little bit of the repo. What we got going on here, I got a chili pepper, just 1 slice. It's kind of a thick cut. That's what we're doing here, is thick cut, almost like a ring. Dropping 1 down in the bottom. Now, we got our honeycomb right here for the bee. Chili pepper is going to be our sting. Now you do this before you add the ice. You need to do everything I'm doing in the sequence I'm doing it. A little bit of the Cabo, or a lot of the Cabo. Kind of let it stir around here a little bit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I could drink that right there, straight over the rocks.
Make sure you got it.
But we're gonna add a little bit to it. Got a little ginger beer. A little ginger beer. You know, Pops will come up. I'm officially now a mixologist. Do a little churning, mix it up. Look at that. My ice here, please. You want to use big chunks. And I know some of y'all out there that's got those big old balls or whatever. I don't think you need that. I think you need a couple of cubes, is about all you need, because the beer's already cold. So I'm going to add a couple of things of ice, because I don't want to let ice melt down, mess up my drink. Now, got a little lemon on the side. Another chili pepper there, that's the stinger.
That's good.
Let's try that.
Make sure you got an EpiPen if you're allergic to bee stings. I am not allergic. That's good, Daddy.
You saw it here first. The Cabo Bee Sting. All right, son, we ain't through yet. Take your gloves off. It's time for us to eat. Then I'm going to answer some more questions. Now, again, all these recipes will be posted up later with all the ingredients, how much, so don't panic about it. But I'm telling you now, this is awesome. This right here is killer. You'll see every bar in the country, Cabo Bee Sting. All right, get over here close. Slide your plate to you. Let's try it.
Let's see what we got going on. Bring the bee sting back into the equation. I'll get some peach from mine.
Taste that. That right there is awesome.
You did good. Never remember that.
See, that's what daddies are for. Daddies have to do it all.
Did all that today. That's good.
Again, let me tell you something, folks. All the Cabos are great. Blanco and Yeho, which I love too. Repo, oak barrel. That's awesome cooking with. It's awesome cooking with it. Let me tell you something else. Awesome drinking it. Anybody got any questions? I'm here all day because guess what? I'm at home.
This lady said they enjoyed meeting you when we were taking the pictures of the bear.
It was good meeting you too with the bear. Appreciate you watching today. Hey, Dobie.
Dobie.
Miss you, brother.
Love you, Dobie. That's good. That's good, but I'm more impressed with your bee sting. This is impressive.
Let me tell y'all something, folks. If y'all can see that on there, look at that. 125. A little bit of our glaze. And my big old mouth.
I think I'm speechless, dude. That's rare.
I'm telling you. Mixologist of Cabo Wabo.
You need a bee sting, then you need one called the EpiPen. Count it.
This is good, folks. I appreciate all of y'all watching today. I'd like to thank Cabo Wabo for putting faith in me and Michael to get this stuff done. But I'm going to tell you something. These recipes work. They work. The steak, marinated with Cabo. The bee sting, Cabo's premier bee drink. See y'all next time. Love y'all.
I like it, Daddy. You did a good job with this one.
I can't get to it.
The bee sting.
I can't get to it.
The bee sting.
Ain't that good?
I like it. I do. And then it fizz. It has like the
Now you
marketing
be trying to copy me.
Now it has a marketing presence at the bar. You know when you have like a, you stick the thing and it fizzed up.
When you put that
That's badass.
when you put the